It's Spain versus Argentina.
Well, Derek, we can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greater desire? It should be a cracking game, though.
Pressure. Well, great read there to intercept. Moving forward effectively. Very alert defending to put a stop to the chance. And Lionel Messi has turned infield. Well, it might still work out for them. He's scored once already and close to making it a double.
Well, every time he gets on the ball, he looks a real danger today.
Going short. Well, he hit it with authority. Close. Error by the keeper. Oh, a goal! It's gone in! The goalkeeper doesn't want to see a playback of that ever again. So back underway. Intriguing contest this, given the 2-1 scoreline. De Paul, and he has options available. They all know their roles as they apply the pressure. Useful looking position, you've got to say. It was always likely to be the goalkeeper's ball. Garcia. It's with Laporte. This attack looks highly promising, but a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Chance to run at them. But he's got past his man. Has a go. And fine goalkeeping. A short corner here. And the goal kick it'll be. Too much height on the shot. The keeper enticing with danger. Oh, he saved it. Oh, it's a penalty. Just what they wanted to avoid, given the scoreline. Is it going to be 3-1? Still possibilities. Well, it came to nothing in the end. Gives it a go. And saved by the keeper. Taken short. Very quick thinking there. It has gone over the touchline for what will be a throw-in. And not hitting it with the accuracy he was hoping for.
Well, he took a chance there, and he probably regrets it now. That was the wrong decision.
The tackle completely mistimed, and you would expect a booking under the circumstances. And a yellow card for that, Stuart.
And he's going to have to be careful now. That was a silly challenge.
Able to skip past his man. Well, he was on his own, but couldn't take advantage of it.
Well, I'm not surprised he missed that. He never really looked in complete control, did he?
The high press was on, and that's a fantastic tackle. And it crossed the byline, a goal kick as a result. An example of how to press. Enzo Fernandez. Good movement, but they dealt with the threat posed.
The World Cup final is finally here. Spain versus Argentina. One team is chasing a new era of dominance with fearless young stars and beautiful possession football. The other is fighting to defend its crown with experience, resilience, and perhaps the greatest footballer the world has ever seen leading the way one more time. But here's the biggest question. Can Spain play their game against a team that refuses to let anyone feel comfortable? Because Argentina don't just beat opponents with skill. They challenge them mentally, physically, and emotionally. They turn matches into battles where every tackle matters, every second feels heavier, and every mistake becomes unforgettable. That may be the biggest story heading into this final. This isn't just about tactics, it's about identity. Spain arrive with one of the most entertaining teams in world football. Their passing rhythm has overwhelmed almost every opponent. Their midfield controls matches like a conductor leading an orchestra, patiently waiting for the perfect moment before striking. Argentina, meanwhile, have taken a completely different path. They've survived pressure, they've embraced chaos, and they've once again shown why champions know how to win even when everything isn't perfect. After the semi-finals, one thing became clear. Argentina are willing to play any kind of game. Fast, slow, physical, emotional, beautiful, ugly. If winning requires turning the match into 90 minutes of pure warfare, they'll gladly accept that challenge. The real question is whether Spain can stay calm if Argentina succeed in dragging them away from their comfort zone. Spain's greatest strength has always been control. They dominate possession. They force opponents to chase shadows. They dictate the tempo until defenses finally crack. But Argentina don't always allow opponents to play on their own terms. That's where this final becomes fascinating. If Spain control possession early, Argentina may decide to raise the intensity. Expect fierce challenges, constant pressure, tactical fouls, psychological battles. Every little moment designed to disrupt Spain's rhythm. Because once Spain lose their rhythm, they become a very different team. And that brings us to one of the biggest individual stories of the final, Lamine Yamal. He's already become one of football's brightest young stars. His confidence, creativity, and ability to change games have amazed fans around the world. But World Cup finals create legends. This isn't another group stage match. This isn't a quarterfinal. Every touch will be analyzed. Every decision will carry enormous pressure. Great young players become superstars by producing unforgettable moments on football's biggest stage. Can Yamal produce that moment? Or will Argentina's experienced defenders succeed in frustrating him throughout the night? While everyone focuses on Yamal, Spain's midfield may quietly decide the entire final. Rodri has become the heartbeat of the Spanish side. His positioning often prevents danger before it even develops. Alongside him, Fabian Ruiz provides balance, intelligence and composure under pressure. Then comes Dani Olmo. His movement between defensive lines constantly creates problems for opponents. If these three dominate possession, Argentina could spend long periods defending. But possession alone never guarantees victory against Argentina. The defending champions have repeatedly shown they don't panic without the ball. Instead, they wait. They stay organized. Then suddenly, one quick transition changes everything. There's another factor that many fans aren't discussing enough: the weather. Unlike the climate-controlled stadiums used earlier in the tournament, this final will be played outdoors. Warm temperatures, high humidity, possibly difficult air quality. These conditions could become extremely important. Spain's possession style forces opponents to chase constantly. Running without the ball drains energy much faster than attacking with it. If Argentina spend large stretches defending, fatigue could become a serious issue late in the match. But then again, champions often find another gear when trophies are on the line. And if there's one player capable of changing everything regardless of conditions, it's Lionel Messi. Every World Cup involving Messi feels like history unfolding in real time. Even now, opponents know exactly what he wants to do. They know he'll drift toward the right side. They know he'll search for space. They know he'll look for that magical left foot. Yet somehow, they still struggle to stop him. What makes Argentina different isn't simply Messi's brilliance. It's how perfectly the team has been built around him. Every runner, every midfielder, every defender. Everyone understands exactly what their role is. Some create space, others recover possession. Some sacrifice personal glory so Messi can remain fresh for decisive moments. That collective understanding has become one of Argentina's greatest weapons. And behind it all stands Lionel Scaloni, a manager who has transformed Argentina into more than just a team filled with stars. He's built a family, a group willing to fight for each other in every situation. But there's an even deeper reason why Argentina continue producing performances like these. And it begins long before players ever wear the national team shirt. That story reveals why representing Argentina means something completely different. and why Sunday could become another unforgettable chapter in football history. To truly understand Argentina's success, you have to travel far away from the bright lights of World Cup stadiums, back to neighborhood pitches, back to crowded youth games, back to small football courts where children grow up treating every loose ball like the most important moment of their lives. In Argentina, football isn't simply entertainment, it's part of everyday life. Many young players grow up believing that wearing the national team's colors isn't a dream, it's a responsibility. That mentality stays with them long after they leave home. Many eventually join Europe's biggest clubs. Some play in England, others in Spain, Italy, Germany, France. But when international football returns, something changes. They become different players. Their intensity increases. Their determination becomes visible. It's as if representing Argentina unlocks another level. That emotional connection has become one of the defining characteristics of this generation. Lionel Scaloni deserves enormous credit for protecting that culture. His tactical decisions matter, his substitutions matter, but perhaps his greatest achievement has been creating an environment where every player fully accepts their role. Whether someone starts every match or comes off the bench for 10 minutes, everyone feels connected to one objective: winning for Argentina, winning for each other, winning for Messi. And that's another fascinating aspect of this team. Messi isn't asked to press non-stop anymore. He doesn't chase defenders across the pitch for 90 minutes. Instead, Argentina have surrounded him with players who compensate for everything age has naturally reduced. Midfielders cover extra ground. Attackers make relentless runs. Defenders stay compact. The entire system exists to maximize Messi's strengths while minimizing his physical workload. It's intelligent management. It's modern football at its finest. Spain, however, represents something equally impressive. Their identity has been carefully rebuilt over recent years. Rather than relying on one superstar, they trust collective movement, technical quality, and positional discipline. Every player knows where to move before receiving the ball. Every pass has purpose. Every rotation creates another passing lane. Watching Spain often feels like watching chess played at full speed. That contrast makes this final irresistible. One team thrives through structure, the other thrives through adaptability. One controls matches through possession, the other controls emotions through experience. Both methods have carried them to football's biggest stage. History also adds another layer. Very few nations successfully defend a World Cup. Winning once is difficult enough. Winning twice in a row demands consistency, resilience, and extraordinary mental strength. Argentina now stand one victory away from joining one of football's most exclusive groups. Spain, meanwhile, have an opportunity to announce the beginning of another golden generation. Young stars like Lamine Yamal could leave the stadium as global icons. Rodri could strengthen his reputation as one of the world's finest midfielders. The next chapter of Spanish football could officially begin. Then there's the emotional side. Every World Cup final creates heroes, sometimes unexpected ones. Think about previous finals throughout history. Often it isn't the biggest name who decides everything. A defender scores from a set piece. A substitute changes the game. A goalkeeper produces one unforgettable save. That's the beauty of football. No script guarantees the ending. Perhaps Messi produces one final masterpiece. Perhaps Yamal announces himself as football's next global superstar. Perhaps an unlikely hero writes their name into World Cup history forever. Whatever happens, millions around the world will remember this night. Because finals are never just about lifting trophies. They are about defining generations. Years from now, fans won't simply remember the score. They'll remember the atmosphere, the pressure, the emotion, the moments that made them jump from their seats. Spain versus Argentina promises all of that. Two footballing cultures, two incredible journeys, one ultimate prize. Only one nation will leave as world champions. The other will leave wondering how close they came to football immortality. And when the final whistle blows, history won't remember who was favored. History will remember who delivered when the entire world was watching.